So we're underway. An interesting way to kick off the penultimate round of the regular season. Canterbury hunting this top four finish. Summerton down the right-hand short side. Now Laurie joining in. He's busted through. Laurie for the line. Dane Laurie only just denied. What an impressive start by the young Panthers here. Summerton digs to the in goal and Marcelo Montoya whacks it over the back like a Boris Becker forehand. Salmon, Galvin at speed, he feeds it away. Great tackle around the legs. Farlow and Preston once again. Galvin looks up. He sends the pass away to the front row and then Burton's got it. Comes off the hands of Schneider and Sione Fonua gets back there to tap it over the dead ball line. A dynamic runner of the football. Galvin short pass. Curran punches through. Laurie made the tackle but he still offloads. Galvin dashes away to score. That's a moment. Lachlan Galvin with a try in Canterbury colours. Is this a hip drop?
Oh. It's accidental. It's not like the ones we've seen which they've got out of the game where the player from the side and swings himself around.
Dangerous contact. He's got a duty of care not to lose his legs and land dangerously on the back of the legs, which he does. Okay, on the partner in the bin.
They've clearly seen an edge they can have in the finals.
Man, Tupanoa with one of his typically aggressive runs and somehow Penrith have pushed him back.
I'm out last time.
Here's Crichton. Away to Tracy. It looked inevitable. Tracy goes over. Does he get it on the turn? He can't have held him up.
Oh, I think he has, Tomo.
This is dangerous here now. Canterbury building nicely. Kirkman inside the 20. Fires it away. Ball hits the ground. A couple of bounces. Crichton with the collect. He runs down the sideline. He gets it back to Tracy. Tracy to Jacob Preston, and it's a try to Canterbury. 5 metres short. Bailey Hayward. Galvin underneath. Preston with a full throttle charge towards the Panthers goal line. Oh, he's nearly got there, you know. Right against the paint. Here's Hayward diving for the line. Hayward sends it right. Galvin, lovely ball again. Gee, that's a beautiful pass. And a second try for Jacob Preston. 12 metres away from the Panthers line now. 3 tries already for Canterbury. Burton, he's left Schneider on the deck and he scores a try against his old club. Bulldogs have never kept Penrith scoreless. And they're not going to tonight either. What a specky pass by Dane Laurie. That was an unbelievable ball.
Hasn't he had a cracker of a game? Dane Laurie, he's been everywhere.
Position for an attacking kick. Over towards Alamotti and Fonua. They come through. Ball's free. Dane Laurie. Joey's fallen off the chair. His man's got a try.
Just looking at the right hand of Penrith.
Really?
Comes off his hand and goes forward onto the leg of the Bulldogs player. We have a decision.
Set up pretty much in centre field inside the 30. Galvin. Pass to Preston. He's nearly unstoppable tonight, Jacob Preston, making 3 tries to the back rower. 28 points to 4. Canterbury fairly comfortably, but there's a lot to admire about what this young, vastly inexperienced Panthers team has offered here in Kia Thursday night footy. So the Panthers remain 7th, the Bulldogs up in 3rd position, and that will be the way they will finish as they head towards the finals.
Cam, was that sort of performance you were after this evening, 28-4?
Yeah, probably for 60 minutes I thought it was. I was really happy with a lot of it for 60 minutes. I thought our attitude was exactly where it needed to be. We were showing some stuff we'd worked on. I thought the last 20 minutes got a bit sloppy, and yeah, but you know, all in all, it was a tricky one this week. You know, so really happy with the guys' attitude throughout the week and into the game.
You say tricky, what do you mean by tricky?
It was obviously a different team playing for Penrith, so...
But you sort of said this week was all about your mindset and your own game also too.
Yeah,
that.
And that's easy to say, but it's another thing for these guys to just really knuckle down and I think it's pretty unprecedented that 16 players are taken out of an opposition team, and we were looking forward to this block of games where we played, the last 9 premiers in 4 games, and it was going to give us a really good indication of, games leading into the finals, and I think the boys are pretty excited about it. And then the team list comes out, and it's different. So that was a big challenge, and as much as we talked about how strong our mindset was going to be, the players needed to do it, and they did it. They prepared as well as they've ever prepared, and for 60 minutes, really went about a professional performance. Last 20 minutes, as I said, a little bit sloppy, but that's all right.
How's Jacob Perez?
Yeah, he's a bit swollen in there, so doesn't look great, but hopefully it's just a rolled ankle, but he'll get a scan tomorrow.
I know you've had plenty of lessons and good challenges over the past few weeks. Is it a weird one? Like, would you have almost preferred to have played a full strength Penrith just to get to?
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. But we didn't have any choice over that, and I totally understand it too. So I thought, in terms of having to deal with pressure on us, I thought it was a great experience for us. Like, there's not much more pressure on you coming into a game when the whole first grade team's missing. So there was a lot of pressure around, a lot of expectation, and I thought the boys dealt with it great.
What did you make of the attack? It took a while to break them down. Obviously, Jacob Preston had a field out on the right edge, but overall, what did you make of it?
I thought we were attacking really well at the start. The first 20 minutes, we were doing exactly what we wanted to do, getting a lot of signs of what we wanted to see. The game became really stop-start after that, which sort of made it hard to get any flow in the game. It was a really weird game. The finals aren't going to be like that sort of game, but and then they defend really well. They're a good defensive team. No matter who's playing, they built that club around defence and commitment to each other. And I thought Dane Laurie had a number of really good try saves, and really kept that scoreline tight. So there's a few lessons around our attack, but there's also a bit to like there when we got it right.
How hard was it to get up to Bulldogs camp? Says you needed to get up to 16 players missing, but surely in the back of your mind it must be harder to get up against easily.
Yeah, 100%, and I feel like that's the pressure that comes with it. We had an expectation. Obviously, they had their whole starting side out, and the way that we've been going this year, there was a massive expectation for us to win, and the mindset on that was on the individual to come in, bring that mindset as an individual to help with the team's performance, and I feel like our boys did that in patches and came from our week of training, and we prepared really well throughout the week. And we, like Sarah said, we did it for 60-odd minutes there, and then just at the end there, got a little bit sloppy.
Just wondering with you in the middle of the game, did you do the goal kicking? Was there something you missed there?
Nah, all good. Just tight hip.
Tight hip?
Yep.
Canada's top 4 locked up. What are your sort of thoughts on that? First time the club's done it since 2012.
Yeah, it's a great achievement. But it's only the start of what we want to achieve. So I think when we set out in pre-season of where we wanted to go a couple of steps better than what we did last year, and top 4 was part of that. So to tick that off tonight is nice. And now we can prepare for a really good game against another quality opposition next week against the Sharks, and hopefully build on what we did tonight.
Does Nari possibly come in for Jacob or Jeff?
Yeah, Nari, Jethro, Blake Wilson, all really good candidates for us there. Like I'm really happy with the depth we've built up over the last couple of years, but in particular this year. And we've got guys fighting for NRL spots. So those guys play Saturday night.
Obviously haven't quite got made with like this season, but how pleased have you been tonight and happy with impact that he'll be in the next few weeks?
Oh, he's brilliant. He's been brilliant for us every time he's played. Like, it's probably a bit of chat around, we weren't playing as well through that middle part of the year as we were at the start, and I reckon Satili's a big part of that. He, the impact he gives us off the bench when him and Kurt Mann come on together has been really powerful for our team, and I think you've seen the last 2 weeks of what he adds to our team, so it's great to have him back.
Selection questions on Thursday week after a game don't often amount to much, but have you thought about, do you want to go full strength next week? Have you considered potentially giving a few guys the week off, or do you want to see a little bit more going into the finals?
We'd sort of planned this. We had 11 games straight, I think, leading into the finals, and we'd planned to play every game, and if we had to rest people, it'd be in and around training and things like that. So that's the plan. But if there's some niggles, we'll think about that. But again, we're looking forward to a really strong game next week to help us build our game for finals.
Thanks, guys.
have you adjusted your training much? Like I remember a couple of weeks ago you were saying you felt like the boys were maybe preparing in a way that they weren't fully ready for games. I think you said after that Roosters game. Have you adjusted much at this back end of the season? What are you doing?
We've had our 2 best weeks of training since then, so it's been a nice adjustment.
28-4, I mean, to up against the side is just locked in a top 4 spot. Like, was that a proud moment for you to see what they were able to put out there tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I thought the boys did really well. Sort of threw them in the deep end, really. Even though coming off a 5-day turnaround too, most of those boys. Just didn't think a lot went our way either. So particularly that period where we lost Zach Lippo for 10 minutes in the first half, thought we handled that really well. And just right to the end, really, just kept defensively in particular, just kept turning up for each other and doing the very best they could. So I was very proud. It was a good week for our club.
Cameron Serrata just said that he commended Dane Laurie, what he was able to do out there for tonight. It was an incredible pass to Paul Alamotti. He also had some try-save moments. He was big for you.
Yeah, really, really big. Dane's been a big part of our club. I certainly would want to see him stay. Love Dano, and he was awesome tonight.
Most inexperienced side on paper in the NRL era, how good were more experienced guys like Dane, Matt, Brad Schneider, how good were they this week, those young guys?
Yeah, well, Iso, I thought in particular, just led the boys so well. You definitely need, any team needs good leadership, but a team with so many guys that were just standing in the sheds before the game was pretty quiet. You could just see, going into they're not sure what they were going into. Obviously, the Dogs are not just a great team, but the way they play is hard. It makes it hard for you. So just a great experience, and hopefully they can all look back on tonight, in a positive light, and they should.
What about some of the stories? I think Sione Fanua gave up the game a few years ago. Zach Lucas rocks up to training in Ivers apparently. See those guys finally get their crack. What does it mean to them?
Yeah, we just hear just going through the debut presentations the other day, just the stories that were coming out, which we already sort of know, but when you hear them again, it's just amazing how everyone's got their own story, and the guys that sort of guys we're talking about, the ones that probably had false starts here and there, and had to sacrifice a lot, not just themselves but family and other people. It means so much to them. It's such a big deal, finally getting a crack in the NRL. As I said, sort of everyone, just did the very best they could, preparing and throughout the 80 minutes, and at the end of the day, that's all you can ask.
Matt, Ivan's talked about this week, just I suppose, the feeling around the club and everyone getting up, players that were rested, really gathering around. Did you really feel that as well? Can you give us an insight into what it's been like for you and to lead the team too out there? Yeah,
it was a pretty cool week. As soon as the energy sort of lifted, as soon as I've announced it on, I think it was Sunday. Just a great buzz around the group from not only the boys that were playing, but the boys that were getting rested as well. They were stoked for everyone getting their opportunity. It was a fun week all around, really. Lots of energy, as you expect, but it was good to go out there and put in a performance that sort of reflected parts of our culture that you see on a week-to-week basis, but to see that filter through and those young boys come out and put in a performance they can be proud of was really cool.
How some of the boys that picked up head knocks tonight, Luke, and then going towards the end?
Yeah, they're both pretty good. Yeah. Somehow I thought that he, because originally it was a cat 2, that's what he thought. So he thought he was going to pass it. So, but it was a cat 1. So he's actually very disappointed. Poor bloke. He was shattered that he couldn't get back out. So he's okay. Sonny's he's good too.
Everyone back next week in terms of the first grade guys, or do you give any thought to anyone getting more time?
We've got a plan, so we'll just see how it goes.